Protect your beauty, your assets, your image, especially that at all cost. So with money, people will still try to steal it from you, right? But I realized that if you have a solid reputation, that's what people go after the most. And I had both, like money, and I still have my reputation. But people want my representation so bad, and I just can't include. For example, um, the people that ask you for your representation or to be part of your image, they don't even take care of their basic needs. And they're asking for something that's, beyond them, And I'm like, no, it's not gonna happen. So I had people where, bother me or ask me just to hang out with them so I can just elevate their image. And it's the most annoying thing ever. Like, you guys have no idea. Come to our house, buy our product, do this, la 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 la, and they're not paying me shit, and it's really, really annoying, and they don't know how much money I spent just to make myself look good, yeah, like, don't ask me for free stuff. I don't know you, and some people are so entitled to the point where they tell you, like, wear makeup and come to my house, because they're having a get together. I had that, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, if I want to come to your house, like, if you're my genuine friend, you should not feel entitled for me to wear makeup and dress up and stuff like that. Who are you trying to impress? The people that you are inviting, like, it's a lot of pressure, and I'm just over it, yeah. So, like, I am putting, like, boundaries around this kind of people, because for one, again, like, I'm in the medical field, right? So I'm doing well in that area, like my career. And then, I have my YouTube channels, and my Facebook and all of that stuff, popularity, right? And then my makeup skills, I'm really good with makeup and stuff like that. So all of those things are valuable. So I just can't hang out with some people. It's not that I'm looking down on them, but they're using me. That's why I don't want to hang out with them. And you don't have the right to complain because I don't want to be around you, And it doesn't, have to. It doesn't. I don't have to have a reason not to be around you. If I don't want to be around you, I don't want to be around you. And that's it. Like, you should not complain. You should not argue with me. That's another tactic people use, to argue with me. So, they can devalue me. So I'm tired now. I don't have anywhere else to go. So I can just, like, depend on them. And it's stupid. And I'm just over it, and I have every right to put boundaries around my, myself and my resources. And it's mine. I worked for it at the end of the day, and there's nothing you can do about it. The other thing, when I say, like, protect your beauty, especially if you are exotic and you're mixed and stuff like that, I realized some people, I would say most, I had a lot of people, they tend to make your body a competition. It's really creepy. For example, say, like, you got, some parts of you from, from another country, and then other parts of you from another country or another race, right? So, say, like, for example, like, I'll give you my nose, right? I got my nose from my Irish side, and then, my forehead is Arabic, apparently. So, this person, like, literally, like, they punched me because they were viewing my body. I'm like psychoanalyzing that kid, whatever, that punched me. Because of my blood, my blood is my Arabic side. So what my blood did, because I got punched, now I have like blood cloth and stuff like that. So it traveled to my brain, my left side of my brain. Again, people can tell based on your behavior and stuff like that, what part of, the world or the race that you got your body parts or your brain parts. I don't know. But yeah, so my left side of my brain is mainly, Italian and stuff like that, So the blood cloth traveled to my left side of my brain and I had a stroke, Like, what are you trying to imply? Are you trying to imply that my Arabic blood is stronger than my brain, That's, and then at work, right? So I mentioned that when I got bullied, this girl was like watching, my behavior and stuff like that. She aimed for my toes, and I got my toes from my British side. She could have gotten my heels, which is my Arabic side, but she didn't, And I'm like, what's wrong with these people? Like, I want to know what's wrong with you guys, And then let's not forget about the back injury, and my shoulders. So like, in the middle of my shoulders, some people can tell that's my Italian side, and they're aiming for it because it's too artistic. I would say it's like mainly the Nigerian community aiming for that for some reason. I don't know why, it could be like with the passion thing, because like Italians, they tend to be really passionate. Maybe like, they don't have the resources to be passionate like Italians. I don't know, anyways. So and then my lower back is fucked up because somebody was competing for the upper back. My upper back, if you look at me from the back, my upper back, my head and stuff, I look Japanese, I look Asian. So I feel like, again, they were using my body to compete, and I'm like, no, this is my body. I could do whatever the fuck I want to do with it. You're not gonna control other parts of my body so you can win. I never said I was working for your community, FYI, okay? So don't use my body, because at the end of the day, it's my body. I could use it however the fuck I want to use it, okay? So, yeah, so my lower back is fucked up. And then, I don't know, like, I would say the most people that are, like, threatened by is my Irish side, which is, like, the strongest parts of my body anyways, you know what I mean? If you guys want to know which part of my body is winning right now, is my Irish side, It's the strongest parts of my body. And there's nothing you can do about it. I get my structure from that, and I get my, I wouldn't say like athletic, but like I can like stand for a long time, and that's like one thing that like I was questioning when I was like younger, because I grew up with like a lot of Sudanese people. They're really tall, and I do have Sudanese in me, South Sudanese particularly. South Sudanese are tall. I was like, I'm tall, but I'm different, you know what I mean? Like, there's something different about me. And at the same time, I'm short. What the fuck? Like, what's going on here, right? I can tell, like, my upper body is short, and then my lower body, like my legs, my thighs, that's where I got, my Irish side from. And then I'm like, oh shit, when I traveled to Canada, I met, like, Irish people. And I'm like, okay, it makes sense now, And same with like my behavior. So not only my body parts of, say like my Irish side, like my heels hurt, not my thighs. So yeah, not only my body parts, for my Irish side that are like strong, but just me being structured in general, it just makes me really disciplined, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I love that part of me. Like, you guys have no idea. I'm so structured. It even like helps me with like other parts of my body that are like fucked up, like body structure. Say like I'm not sitting straight, you know what I mean? And then my Irish set is like sit straight. That's it. Very confident, and I just like believe in myself, and that's it, and yeah, so that's it. Very structured. Very, 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 very structured. So another story time. So I remember I was going to the bank. I was wearing my shorts, and my legs are really pale. Particularly my thighs. And then somebody got triggered. Of course, there's always somebody that's triggered, and then she kind of tried to use white guilt on me. Like, before she attacked me, she didn't attack me physically, but she was so strategic. She used a dog, and when I say white guilt, it's because the stereotype, like, some people eat dogs or whatever. She tried to use like emotional leverage, like, oh, you know what I mean, I can't get close. That's what she was implying. I can't get close to a dog. I can't take care of a dog because of the stereotype. People are gonna stereotype me. And I'm like, why are you telling me this? You know what I mean? And I didn't say anything, because like people there can tell like what the fuck she was trying to do. Again, I don't have this mindset, so I don't know. Like, some people, they just like to like play the victim or whatever, and then I played it smart. I didn't say anything because, for one, like, we're in a public place and there's cameras, so I'm not gonna call the police. It's just the evidence is there, so it is what it is. She can't use white guilt, because it doesn't matter. It's your dog. Control it. I don't give a fuck about the stereotype. Why are you letting your dogs or your dog just like run off in the middle of the city, Westminster, where Queen Victoria was staying? Like, you're not gonna fool me. Like, if you're gonna attack me, you attack me. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. I don't know what kind of guilt you're trying to use over here. It's just, it is what it is. I'm not gonna buy it. Okay, so the reason that I cringe when I talk about like race and stuff like that, so it's because it's very low vibration. People that talk about race a lot, like racism and stuff, they are in a survival mode. They're not thinking straight. That's why I cringe, because you could be talking about a lot of topics, and never in my life I centered myself around race. Like, I just go out and do whatever. I just enjoy my interests, and that's it. Like, and I'm not gonna feel guilty because I can afford to do my interest, whatever, And some people, they like playing the victim. They put themselves in this, like, I don't know, like, just this rabbit hole, and they keep repeating it, and then they keep playing the victim, and then they bring up race, and it's really annoying. Every part of me doesn't like it. I'm like, ugh, just stop it. Another question that I have, if I was not mainly white, would you still use my body as a competition? It's like, some people say, oh, the first black person, blah blah blah, in the media. So I want to know, would you guys still use my body as a competition? Why do you feel the need to compete, through my body, and then if you are truly winning and you're being cocky, whatever, why are you using my body as a competition, if you're so strong, which is mainly European genetics, so I don't know, like, in one breath you're saying something else, and in another breath you're saying something else. I don't know.